Are we changing lives?
We
Okay,
are,
let us
Delport. I
get
think we
on.
are.
Welcome back to Pen and Prosper, a podcast where JT Lawrence is coaching me, Melissa Delport, to be a six-figure author, and we are putting it on the internet. Welcome back, friend.
Thank you very much, Delport. How have you been?
I've been well. I've been well. I've been looking forward to a quiet episode. We've had like a lot of guests and a lot of stuff going
Yes,
on. I feel like this week, although we do have another guest this week, Caroline
yes.
is back in our next episode. But yeah, very much looking forward to this one. And before we get started, as always, we want to say thank you to our paid subscribers and to our editor extraordinaire, Miss Elize van Heerden.
Thank you,
Um,
Elise.
and to our sponsors. And then some
Yeah.
good news. We have another official sponsor. JT is going to tell us a bit more about that.
Guys, we are so happy and excited to tell you that we have an official sponsor, and that sponsor is Vellum. And Delport and I love Vellum so much. It's such a great match for our podcast. And so we decided that today we're actually going to have a whole show about Vellum and show you guys who aren't using it yet how easy it is to format your book. If
Yes.
you'd like to try Vellum, you can try it for free. I've got a link here that I'm going to read out. But basically, you can try it for free, and you only have to pay when you want to export your book as an ebook or paperback. So you can go and play around as much as you want at no cost. The link is tryvellum.com/pen and prosper. And I will put that in the show notes. Thank you so much, Vellum.
Yes.
We really appreciate the sponsorship. And
It's so
the more people
cool.
that use Vellum, the better, honestly.
It's so cool that people can try it out without having to pay
Yes,
and see whether they find it. But I mean, it is so easy, so
exactly.
user friendly. It changed my life. I know we've spoken about this before, those weeks and weeks we spent in Microsoft
Oh my
Word trying to
God.
like, no, no.
You know,
And,
and
and
there's one night I remember because it was so bad sitting
yeah,
and trying to format in Word and I was pulling my hair out. Mike tried to help. He was pulling his hair out. It was like a disaster. And I can't imagine going on like that. I don't think
you'd be
I probably would have
writing.
just paid someone to format, and that gets expensive when you put out so many books
Well,
and
I got a quote for typesetting and it was like over 5 grand back then. This was in like
yo,
2014. I can understand why if they were typesetting like that and it took that
yes.
amount of time. But with Vellum, I mean, it's just a couple of clicks. So I actually think I covered like I bought Vellum instead of formatting one book and I can format books for
Yeah, exactly. That's
price
the other
wise.
thing. It's you pay once and it's forever, and there are hardly
Yeah.
any software things like that at the moment.
Yeah.
It's so great.
Yeah, it is fantastic. Okay, so that is in the spirit of this episode what we are going to be doing. I know we both format our own books, and I've recently, only this year, learned a whole lot of functionality that I didn't even know existed.
Oh, okay.
And
Well,
yeah,
they
like
do always upgrade it, put new
yeah.
functionality in, right?
Except that I really, when I say I didn't know, I mean, I didn't even know you could do like fancy chapter headings and things. Like, no, it was bad. It was bad. So before we start, I thought I'll just show a few of the books that I have formatted with Vellum, and especially the chapter headings and the page layouts, because like the Clock Keeper was so boring before, and now it's got these
Oh,
beautiful,
wow.
yeah, it's like a broken clock.
Great.
Yeah, it's really, really nice. Riven has got the little
Oh,
broken
nice.
heart.
Yeah.
And this the Savior and the Traveler are very cool because they have like a whole stormy vibe.
Oh, nice. Nice.
Yeah, so those, and then obviously your actual page layouts look so lovely, don't they? Like it just
Yeah.
everything is. I know you
No, I
use
love it.
you prefer spacing and I prefer indentation. Hey, we
Yeah.
differ. We
Yeah.
differ in that.
Yeah.
So there
I
are
like
different options.
a big font,
Yes,
lots of spacing. Like I want a
yes,
really, really easy on the eyeball read. That's what I like
yes.
for myself.
Okay.
I can also just show you
Yes.
this.
Show us. Show us. Show and tell. Show and tell.
You won't really be able to see it because it's so light, but I don't know if you'll be able to see it. Can you see anything there? No, you can't. It's like, there are flowers on the front cover of bags.
Yes.
So they're like flowers and stuff, right? And then
Yes.
in the chapter headings, yeah, you can't see it. The light's not good
Hold it
enough.
up close.
But
Hold it up right up. Okay,
oh,
I can see that they're
it's like
shadowed.
yeah,
Okay.
it's like it's flowers in the background. That's one of
Oh,
Vellum's
wow.
settings. I didn't make this up. You can just choose it as a setting.
Did you do
So
full
that's
page, like that full page on the
yeah, it's
chapter
full
first
page, but
page?
like you can, it's like
Okay.
so light,
Faint.
you hardly see it. But there's something there, and someone on TikTok actually said, "Oh, I love the chapter headings."
Oh,
So
wow.
I mean, they did notice it. And then this is what
Yes.
a text conversation looks like.
No, I haven't done that yet.
Haven't you? I always do it. I love it.
No. So, okay, so that's also obviously in settings. I haven't even ever
And then the
tried to
Kindle
do that.
version has different colors for the different people, so you
Oh,
can see who's talking.
wow.
Yeah. No, I love it.
Listen, I mean, we could talk all day about why we love Vellum. Okay, all right. So I'm going to attempt to share my screen. We've decided, in the spirit of this being a crazy Friday, that I'm going to be the one to demo Vellum, which I suppose is good because I mean, let's let the one who's very chaotic do it. If, as we always say, if I can do it. I have tried to clean up my screen, so I'm going to switch to screen share. Okay, so this is a box set of 3 books, The Legacy, The Legion, and The Legend, as you can see over here. So if you drop those down, you can see that all the chapters for that book is contained within it. If I click on those, I can click over here to show you kind of as the person is scrolling through Kindle, this is what it will look like. And it will just go on all the way to book 2 and then to book 3.
All customizable, right? It's like all that copy. It can have very wide leading. Leading is the space between the lines.
Yes.
It can be as big as you want, as small as you want.
Yes. So on the top here on the right, you've got this little formatting kind of bar. It will give you, these are, what would you call them? I'd call them like their standard
Styles.
specs. Yeah, they're
They're,
standard kind of, but
they're
they're all
formatting
customizable.
styles, and then they're all
Yes.
customized. Within the style, you can choose various. Yeah.
Yes. So let's start at the beginning of a chapter. Okay. So for example, you can have Edgewood or Meridian or Kindred, and you'll see that the chapter headings here are changing. And then within that, pick one, JT, which one should we test here? What is one of your
Uh,
favorites?
let's go to what's trifle? I don't know trifle at the bottom.
Trifle.
Yeah,
That's
I've never
quite
used that
romantic.
before.
Okay, so let's do trifle.
So that
So
would be for romance. And there's like the ones that are better for sci-fi, and it's great.
yes. So
Okay.
if we go in here and we click on configure, it gives us all the things that we can change. So we start with a heading. It's so user friendly. You just
Yeah, it really is.
scroll through and decide, okay, let's say I like this one, right? I want it centered. Then we go to heading background. So these are standard Vellum options and they are very pretty, right? This is
Oh,
very
that's you see that
romance.
one. That's the flower one.
Yes.
That's the one I
Is
use
that
for
what you
bags.
used?
Yeah.
I love, I've never used trifle. Oh, it's my one.
Oh no, that's so trifle
Does that
doesn't
stay the same?
just because you choose trifle as a chapter heading, it doesn't mean you can only choose those heading backgrounds. I think the heading backgrounds
Okay.
are the
Oh,
same
for
for
all of them.
whatever. Yeah.
Okay, perfect. So I used this one for my
Yes.
new Guardians books because you know the covers Christian made have a moon.
Yes.
So I thought that would be quite nice. But
Yeah.
then you can also create a custom image here. And I
Background.
did
Yeah.
I did pop one on my desktop just to show. So you would pop this in
Yeah, that's great.
and yeah, and then but you would only see it on the print folder. So this is
Yeah.
the Kindle file, and at any time you can switch to show what the different views are going to look like. Here, I would need to make it full page bleed there.
Look how
And
great that looks.
actually, it looks so nice. You then would switch it around depending on whether it was the right or the left. So I would say that this one which should be the right. So yeah, so you can use this. You can, if you do decide to go for a dark, say we don't want to use this one and we want to go back to a that, then obviously it will change the writing to white, but you can also do it in your custom. You can use white text. If you put up a dark background, you can then use white text on your
Yes. Just one thing I want to
um
say about these dark backgrounds. Book Vault and those guys do them very well, but some smaller printers who aren't really used to printing indie books battle with those black pages because it absorbs so much
yes.
ink. It's hard for the paper to get through the press. So
Yes.
just be careful with that. I've had a problem with that in the past, but that's only if you're going to a printer for like a larger amount of books, right? If it's through Book Vault, which most people are using, then it's absolutely fine.
And it'll be fun. Yeah, I must say, I also don't like it too dark because then when you hold the book up sideways, when you look at the pages,
Yes.
then you can see
You can
these
see
kind of
it.
lines. Yeah, I'm not a
Yes.
fan of that. So, okay, so that is your heading background. And we can obviously, you can go into, there's so many videos on the internet and tutorials and things. So this is just a very brief overview to show you the functionality. It's not like a how to. Then you've got your first paragraph. Again, we can select how we want the paragraph to start. And the same with the paragraph after a break. So you might want them different, you might want them the same capitalization, or what do you call the big letter?
I don't know what that's called. Drop
Cap-
case.
Something like that. I don't know.
Yeah.
I just choose what looks pretty.
Yeah.
This is if you want a photograph. So obviously in my author bio, you can then put your photo in. It's really nice on Kindle. It will show up. and in your print, obviously in your print file. And then your headers and footers. So do you want it centered? Do you want it pushed to the outside? Do you want it both on the top, both on the bottom? You can make your selection there. And this is your actual page setup. So let me go to a page.
Delport, do you remember how hard it was to do page numbers in Word? Why was it so
Oh,
hard? I have no
it
idea.
was so hard. It
Headers,
was,
footers, and page numbers.
yeah.
Oh my God.
And even if we did them, they just looked rubbish.
Mm,
Even if you managed to get it right and you managed to get the header done with your name on it, it didn't look great.
yeah,
There was
yeah.
no formatting. It was functional, but not pretty. Hey? Again, you can create customs. So Vellum has a lot of like, we will give you a million options, but if they're not what you want, you can still do it on it yourself. So yes, you can create an image one. You could upload your image there. And then your body. So this is where you and I differ. So you use spacing. Am I
Basic.
right?
Yeah.
Okay, so there we go. So you can see on the right, the spacing, put spaces between the paragraphs. I prefer indentation, which pushes out the first word of a new paragraph. So that's all. It's all just personal preference. I think yours will increase page count. Am I correct? That's why your billionaire series looks bigger than it's like legacy size, I think.
But that's another interesting thing to talk about because you can make a book, like you can add a lot of pages to your book if you want to, or make it a lot slimmer than it would usually be because you play around with the font size and the leading and the spacing and whether you always start a new chapter on the right or not. I've been able to, like my Cursebreaker series, they're all slightly different lengths, but mostly 100,000 words. And I was able to get them all to the exact same page number so that I'd have the same spine. I didn't have to change the design on the spine every single time.
Yeah,
So
that's
it's
so
really,
clever.
it's so forgiving in that way.
Yeah.
Mike had to do the French edition of Blood Magic this week, and it was so easy to do because he had to change the size, and you think that's going to take a whole day, and it was done like so quickly. I'll just show you this cute little. How cute is this? I know our screen is small, but can you see it? It's small. It's like more square. So he
Yes.
had to take a regular size, which is like that much taller, and
Uh-huh.
make it into this. It was so quick and easy for him.
Okay.
And just as an example, like the font's smaller than normal, and just because he had to make it smaller in order
Yes.
to make it
Is this
profitable.
a French edition?
It's a French edition, but it's not the regular French edition on Amazon. It's
Okay.
for a specific retailer. It's
Okay.
a French distributor of
That's
paperbacks. They work,
Oh wow.
yeah, they work with Hatchet, and
Okay.
you sign up and you pay per book. They have this massive paperback distribution arm in France, so we're doing that.
Okay,
And
that's
the
amazing.
the books have to be like a certain format to make it worth our while. So Mike changed it. Guys, talking about French books and translations, it makes sense to have a word from our sponsors.
We would just like to take this time to tell you guys a bit more about Scribe Shadow. JT and I use Scribe Shadow tirelessly. We do all our translations through the app. It is incredible. Scribe Shadow is a perfect partner for indie authors who don't want to leave money on the table. They use cutting edge AI to make novel translation fast, affordable, and super easy. In just minutes, your book can be translated into over 19 languages, and that is growing all the time with high quality results ready to reach readers everywhere.
And this isn't some faceless tech giant. Scribe Shadow is a small family-run team with indie roots. They've been in the trenches running a small publishing press, so they get the author grind. That's why they've built a tool that's practical, budget-friendly, and designed with indie authors in mind. Plus, they offer cover creation, audiobook translation, and a simple one-credit system for everything. Best of all, you keep full rights to your work, and your books are never used to train AI.
Scribe Shadow has been very generous and given us our very own coupon code, which gets you 30% off your first month of using the app. If you are looking at getting into translations, please would you consider using Pen and Prosper 30? That's PENAND PROSPER 30, and doesn't cost you any extra, and it just lets Scribe Shadow know that we are sending traffic to them and that we are supporting them.
I mean, my point was it was so quick and easy to take a regular size paperback and do it like this with the right amount of
Manipulate
pages.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the thing though, is Vellum just saves so much time because you would have to set aside a whole week now to do book formatting, and you're like, oh, let me just quickly whack this out, at the end of a working day.
It would be something that I have to outsource because I can't afford that time in
Right,
my
downtime.
week. Yeah. So it would cost a lot of money.
Yes, I also want to show. So the other thing about Vellum is, so now you load in your books, and it is a case of importing a Word document. It is that simple. You import your Word document. You can then add sections at the bottom here. You can add chapters, elements, which would be and the elements are huge. There's your copyright page, your dedication navigation page, your table of contents, your forward. So that's another thing. Do you remember trying to format a table of contents and
I never,
hyperlinking?
yeah, no, I never did it. I never did it. I
I did
refused.
it. You
No.
had to hyperlink, but you had to like bookmark the place that you wanted the hyperlink to run to. It was just a nightmare. Whereas now it's automatically generated, your table of contents in your digital files.
And
And then
also
we've
now
got,
that we're talking about back matter, how easy is it to just take your back matter from one book and put it on your new book?
yes.
You can just,
So you can reuse elements from one book and add them into other, especially like you say, your about the author, your other titles, and
yeah,
all those links stay the same. So if we add, let's actually go because I will have it in the back matter. You can have all your social media icons and they are clickable
yes,
in the Kindle version. So if someone wants to now
yes.
go to my Facebook group or my Instagram or my Goodreads, they can just click on it.
And then in the print version, it gives the link next to it.
Does it? I think I choose
Yeah.
to hide it in my print
Oh,
version.
okay, okay,
Yeah, let's have a look. Oh no, okay, so I just have the icons,
okay,
but they're not
okay.
clickable in the print version.
Obviously, they're not clickable in the print version.
Do. I bet you Jen Alpha would try it anyway. Okay, so I don't this Nook and Kobo. You can see what that all looks like. It's very cool. And then you have see, these are bad. I haven't got these clickable. But you can,
Whew.
oh, no, you know what it is? It's because we've been playing around. This
Oh,
is that
yes, yes, yes.
romance stuff that's
Yeah.
hideous.
Do not save the file. Do
I
not
will not
save.
save this file. But so you can have these, yeah, all these clickable links. And so usually these would all be clickable. I obviously
Yes.
need to go and update my legacy back matter because, yeah, I didn't even know these weren't done. Let's see if it's
Mine,
in
mine,
the
mine are all links and clickable. But that said, as soon as someone's finished reading your book on Kindle, the next one comes up. Amazon pushes up the next one and says,
pushes
would you
it, yeah.
on reading the series? And I think
But
usually that's what people use.
it's weird though because let me detach and edit because these are clickable on the left here. Can you see? If I click
Oh,
on
yeah.
them, oh, there we go. So in
Oh,
Kindle it
there.
is. I think it was on iPad. Maybe it's just the format.
Oh, okay.
So if you click on these, it will take you automatically automatically the person will go to the book, which I
Yes.
think is very, very
Brilliant.
cool.
Brilliant.
Okay,
And do you
sorry.
put trackable links in there? Do you use attribution links?
Oh no, I don't.
I mean, you don't. Obviously, there's no point it unless it's just for interest's sake. It's not like you're going to be using it to make any decisions going forward. I just like
Yes.
doing it sometimes and
If you
seeing
get
which
any
links at the
sales
back.
from that, that's
Yeah.
so clever. You can add in. So if I click on this plus button here, it's adding in chapters. If I click on this one, like I say, we can add in any sort of elements after notes, full page image. So if you want to put your coming soon book and have the whole cover in there, you can pop that in.
Oh, and we can also talk about large print editions because that used to be so difficult to format. And now it's really just like one click and it's amazing. And you should have large print editions for all of your books because it's quite an easy
Yes.
sell because there aren't that many in the market. Oh,
So
and just having said that, Delport, we should probably look at large print for translations because I'm sure that market is extremely unsaturated. If you think about it,
mm,
who is doing foreign language large print editions? Hardly
yeah, true
anyone does
story.
English.
Yeah, true story.
So maybe we should just try that with our best-selling series.
I think that what we should do now is show how simple it is from a Word document. If you've written your book in a
Yeah,
Word document. So I've got
great.
here the Traveler. I've made a copy of it. I'm going to say open with Vellum. Okay, so automatically it has created all my chapters are in there, all my sections are in there, everything is. And if I want to move something around, say I want my acknowledgements now at the top of the book, it's as simple as dragging it upwards, dragging it upwards. Okay, and there it is at the top. And from here, you do the same thing. You go into your settings and you select whatever settings you prefer. It's so simple that I almost feel like this is it's not even like a how-to. It's just like, did you see what I did? I opened it
Yeah.
in Vellum. Right, tutorial over.
Yeah, but it's good
Um,
to show how simple it is.
yes. Okay, so your title page, so this is important. So you always would go in and okay, so this is automatically picked up that this is the book. Your ebook cover here, you can insert, which is now so that when they were reading it on Kindle, it does show the cover before they start reading. I actually think that's quite an important step.
No, because I hardly ever use it. I used to always use it, but Kindle shows you the cover anyway. And putting any kind of artwork in an ebook file increases the size and then you get paid less.
Really?
So yeah, so especially like box sets are quite big. So you want it to be as compact a file as possible. So I don't see the need for a cover. Kindle shows you the cover anyway.
Okay. Okay. Well, maybe I should stop doing that. Your copyright. So if you say add element and you add copyright in, it does come up with a generic copyright that you can use quite
Yeah.
easily. You would just change the date and the copyright holder, which is quite cool. And I think that's all you need, unless you're precious about your copywriting and you have like all sorts of fancy things.
And you know what we haven't spoken about that we'll do next time is the special edition functions, because Vellum has really listened to authors and really come to the party with special edition functions like
Yes.
forces and things. But I have not done one yet, so I'm not confident to show
Yeah,
how
no,
to
me
do it.
neither.
But because, I am going to start doing those Kickstarters and I will be doing special edition. So I'll be in the perfect place to show how those things work.
Yes.
As someone who's just
Yes.
learned.
Oh, well, look at this. I haven't even seen
That's
these.
new.
Sea breeze. Yeah,
Yeah.
I've never seen sea breeze. Stiletto. This is under script. Oh, jeepers, there's so much. I think this is why they say come and play. Play
Yeah.
before you pay. And once
Yeah.
people start, because I mean, also everybody's different. Like you and I, we like different formatting. So I think everybody's different. And once you play around, you start of like most of my fantasy, I know I use a very similar formatting.
Yeah.
You, I'm sure, do the same, and then you'll do different for romance.
Yeah.
And then
Yeah.
you just file and you save it. So here, even if you had to open Vellum without a book in it, let's cancel this. We don't want to keep this.
And of course, some people write in Vellum. They don't use writing software anymore. They actually write in.
Yes. Let's go file. Okay, so let's start here. So if we go file, so we go new book or new box set, same thing. You start a new book and you can write in straight in here. So you'd go chapter
Yeah.
one. When you're doing another chapter, you would add another chapter, and you see they're adding there on the left.
It does highlight spelling errors and stuff. Have you noticed that? Like when
Typos.
it's set for UK English and it picks up the American spellings and stuff.
Yes, this is quite
And
a cool. Look at it.
yeah,
It
very
looks very
cool.
sci-fi, hey?
Yeah.
So yeah, so I can understand why people would just type directly into Vellum. I think that's quite cool, actually. But us Scriv girls will keep writing in Scriv.
You love our script.
We love our Scriv.
Scrivener, we're coming for you.
That's a wrap.
Well,
Let's just see if there's
well
anything
done.
up here that we missed. Oh, yes. So, okay. So when it comes to exporting, so let me just go back to this copy of The Traveler, open it with Vellum. Okay, so now we have this book, and let's say it's all been formatted. It's exactly how we want it. And we want to prep it for print and for upload onto Kindle. Move you. Up here on the right, you have this generate button. You can preview it here. There's a little tiny, looks like a little phone, and you can preview it for print or for digital. You can have a little look-see, but then you go generate. Okay, we do need to save this. So let's just call this the Traveler copy. Okay, so we're going to generate, it says here for Kindle only. I would want it for print as well.
Print settings are the ones you use when you want to change the number of pages in the book and that kind of thing.
Yes. So you click on that, you can change your sizing. So if it's a 6x9, which obviously I use for my hardbacks, I think you do too for your hardbacks. Have you done hardbacks?
For all my hardbacks, I always use 6.9.
Have you done
I don't have any
hardback?
hardback.
Brent, how can you not have a hardbacks
No,
when
they're
you have
coming. They're
oh,
coming. They're
they're my
coming.
most favorite thing in the whole world, honestly.
Special edition hardcovers and regular
Oh,
covers.
oh, divine. Wait, 2026.
Yeah.
I'm excited. And then, yeah, so you could change what do you call the inside margin?
Gutter.
The gutter, your outside margin, your font size, line spacing, chapter beginning. So do you want it all to begin on the right-hand side, which normally I do. Page numbering start at the first chapter. I always select because I don't like it when it starts with your like front matters is numbering your pages, hey?
Yeah.
Images, black and white, and then you'll bleed. So it tells you at the bottom here, 304 pages in book. And then these are all, I mean, you spoil for choice when it comes to your print sizes, hey?
Yeah.
International, UK. Oh, yes, that's another thing. So we work in centimeters. Oh, here's your
Oh,
large
yeah.
print at the bottom here.
That's how easy it is.
Yeah, but obviously everyone works with these are the standards. So I do my paperbacks in 5.25 by 8 and I do my hardbacks in 6 by 9. But I think in future I'm going to do everything 6 by 9. Did you see Rachel does everything in 6 by 9? It looks so beautiful on a shelf.
Yeah, it
Yeah,
does.
it looks so much nicer than having different sizes. So yeah, I think that's it. And then once you've done that, you say yes and you say continue, generate for Kindle and print in this folder on a desktop. You generate. This is how long you have to wait. It's exhausting.
Four whole
Finally,
seconds.
show files. Okay, so let's just have a look at those. So let's open up that print file, make it bigger, and then that is going to be your file. And this is where you can have a look, go through it, make sure that everything looks good. I wonder why that says page 31 of 330. Oh, because I changed it just before we clicked out. And that's
And then,
it.
of course, when you have uploaded it to KDP, you have another chance to go through it and just check that you're happy with everything.
Yes, on the Kindle preview app. Okay, so that is it. That is
Well done. That was
a
excellent.
very chaotic but impactful lesson on it. I think it was a walkthrough. Let's just call it a walkthrough.
The walkthrough.
It was a walkthrough of Vellum. Yes, yes. But yeah, I mean, we couldn't live without it, bottom line. No. Okay, we hope that helps helpful. Are we changing lives? Okay, let us get on. We have a guest coming in now. As we said, Caroline is coming back to give us some more Facebook tips. So that will be in our next episode. And we are so excited to chat to her again. All right, let's wrap it up. All right, we'll see you in the next episode. Okay, bye.
Bye.